I always thought my life was normal. Not perfect, not something out of a movie. But stable. Comfortable. Predictable. I had been married to Daniel for 6 years. We lived just outside Chicago. Quiet neighborhood. Same routines. Morning coffee together. Lazy Sundays with Netflix. Occasional date nights. Nothing felt wrong. At least. Not until last Thursday. It started with something small. Daniel had a business trip coming up, and he asked me to grab his suitcase from the closet. No big deal. I'd done it 100 times before. But this time. Something fell. A phone. Not his usual phone. This one looked older. Scratched. No case. No charger. I just stood there staring at it. Confused. Why does he have a second phone? At first, I ignored it. People keep old phones, right? But something didn't feel right. That quiet feeling in your gut. The one you try to ignore. Was getting louder. I picked it up. And then I made a decision. I turned it on. The screen lit up instantly. No password. And that's when my stomach dropped. Because Daniel is obsessed with privacy. Face ID. Passcodes. Security for everything. But this phone? Wide open. Like it wasn't meant to be hidden. But also wasn't meant to be found. I told myself. Just check if it's really his. Just one look. That's it. But the moment I unlocked it, I knew. This wasn't going to be simple. The home screen was almost empty. Just 3 apps. Messages. Photos. And something called Vault. That was it. No social media. No calls. Nothing normal. My fingers hovered over the screen. Something inside me was screaming. Stop. But I didn't. I opened messages. And instantly. My heart started racing. There were no names. Just numbers. Dozens of them. And every conversation looked the same. Are you available tonight? Same place. Cash only. I frowned. This has to be spam. That's what I told myself. But then. I scrolled. And saw the replies. Short. Cold. Direct. 8 p.m. works. Bring the usual. Don't text this number again. My hands started shaking. Because I recognized the way those messages were written. That was Daniel. There was no doubt. I felt a chill run through my entire body. This isn't real. I whispered. But it was. Every word. Every message. And it got worse. I opened the Photos app. I wish I hadn't. There were pictures of hotel rooms. Different ones. Dim lights. Messy beds. Sometimes a shadow of someone else. But never a clear face. It didn't feel like love. It didn't feel like cheating either. It felt wrong. Uncomfortable. Like something I wasn't supposed to see. And then. I saw it. A photo of Daniel. Standing in one of those rooms. Looking straight at the camera. Smiling. Like this was normal. Like this was his world. I dropped the phone. My heart was pounding so loud I could hear it. Nothing made sense anymore. The messages. The photos. The hidden phone. Who was he talking to? What was he doing? And why did it feel like I had just stepped into something much bigger than an affair? I sat there on the floor. Staring at that phone. Trying to breathe. Trying to think. But one question kept repeating in my head. What is in that Vault app? And somehow. I already knew. That was where the real truth was hiding. I kept staring at the phone. That one app. Vault. Unopened. Waiting. And somehow, I already knew. Whatever was inside it was going to be worse than everything I had seen so far. I didn't want to open it. I really didn't. But I couldn't stop now. Not after the messages. Not after the photos. My hands were shaking as I picked the phone back up. For a moment, I just sat there, arguing with myself. Stop here. Close it. Pretend you never saw anything. But the other voice, the louder one, said something else. You deserve to know the truth. So I took a deep breath and tapped on the app. The vault opened instantly. No password. No lock. Just folders. Dozens of them. Each labeled with dates. Some recent. Some going back months. Even years. My stomach dropped. This wasn't random. This wasn't new. This had been going on for a long time. I slowly tapped on one folder. And then I froze. Inside were videos. A lot of them. All named in the same pattern. Location. Date. Time. My heart started pounding again. Because now it felt clear. This wasn't a mistake. This was planned. Organized. Like a system. Like a routine. I hesitated for a second. Then pressed play. The video started playing. At first, it was shaky. Like it had been recorded secretly. A hotel room. Same kind I had seen in the photos. Dim lighting. Closed curtains. And then Daniel walked into frame. My breath caught. He looked normal. Calm. Too calm. Like this was just another day for him. He wasn't nervous. He wasn't hiding. He was in control. Then I heard another voice. Someone else was in the room. I couldn't see them clearly. Just a silhouette. But their voice. It was nervous. Uneasy. Asking questions. Daniel didn't react. He just stood there, relaxed. Like he had done this 100 times before. I paused the video. My heart was racing so fast it felt painful. This isn't cheating. That thought hit me hard. Because this didn't feel emotional. It didn't feel like an affair. It felt transactional. Cold. Calculated. I went back and opened another video. Same pattern. Different room. Different person. Same Daniel. Same calm tone. Same control. And then it finally clicked. The messages. Cash only. Same place. Bring the usual. This wasn't random. This was business. But what kind of business needs hidden phones, secret meetings, and recorded videos? I felt sick. I actually had to stand up and walk around the room. Trying to breathe. Trying to think. Trying to understand who I was really married to. And then I heard it. The front door. Opening. My entire body froze. Daniel. He was home. Way earlier than he was supposed to be. Panic hit instantly. I rushed to lock the phone and shoved it back into the closet. Exactly where I had found it. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped it again. Hey, his voice called out. Casual. Normal. Like nothing was wrong. Yeah, I'm here, I replied, forcing my voice to stay steady. He walked into the room a second later. Smiling. That same smile I had just seen in the video. But now it didn't feel warm. It felt fake. Calculated. Did you find the suitcase? He asked. I nodded quickly. Yeah, it's on the bed. He didn't question anything. Didn't look suspicious. If anything, he seemed completely relaxed. And that scared me more than anything. Because it meant he had no idea That his secret life was seconds away from being exposed. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay next to him, staring at the ceiling, listening to his breathing, and thinking only one thing. Who did I actually marry? But the real question wasn't that. The real question was, do I confront him? Or do I keep digging? Because something told me the worst was still coming. I didn't confront him. Not that night. Not the next morning either. Because deep down, I already knew something. If I asked him now, he'd lie. And if he lied, I might never know the truth. So instead, I acted normal. I made coffee. I asked about his business trip. I even smiled when he kissed me goodbye. And the moment he left, I moved straight to the closet. The phone was still there. Exactly where I had hidden it. Waiting. This time, I didn't hesitate. I opened the vault. And instead of scrolling randomly, I went straight to the most recent folder. Yesterday's date. My hands felt cold as I tapped it. The video started. Same hotel room. Same setup. Same angle. And then, Daniel walked into frame. But this time, something was different. There was someone else there. And the moment I saw her, my entire body went numb. I knew her. Not just recognized. Knew her. My heart started pounding as I leaned closer to the screen. Trying to be sure. Praying I was wrong. But I wasn't. It was Emily. My coworker. The same Emily I had lunch with just 2 days ago. The same one who laughed with me. Who asked about my marriage. Who told me how lucky I was. My chest tightened so hard I could barely breathe. In the video, she looked nervous. Anxious. Just like the others. And Daniel. He was calm again. Too calm. Relax, he told her. This is simple. Simple. Nothing about this was simple. I kept watching. Trying to understand what exactly was happening. And then, I heard a word. Just one word. But it changed everything. Agreement. That one word. Agreement. It kept echoing in my head. I leaned closer to the screen. My heart pounding, my hands cold. Trying to understand what I was really watching. This wasn't a date. This wasn't cheating. This wasn't anything normal. I forced myself to keep watching. Emily looked scared. Confused. Like she didn't fully understand what she had gotten into. And Daniel. He stayed calm. Controlled. Like always. He explained things to her. Slowly. Carefully. Like he had done this many times before. And then, it all clicked. The messages. The cash. The hotel rooms. The hidden phone. This wasn't random. This was a system. A setup. A trap. Daniel wasn't cheating. He wasn't living a double romantic life. He was doing something much darker. He was manipulating people. Meeting them in private. Making them agree to things. Recording everything. Creating leverage. Control. Blackmail. The realization hit me so hard I had to pause the video. My breathing got heavy. My mind started racing. How long had this been going on? How many people were involved? And then a worse thought hit me. Was I ever part of this plan too? My hands started shaking again. I locked the phone. Just staring at my reflection in the dark screen. I didn't even recognize myself anymore. That's when my phone buzzed. A message. From Daniel. My heart skipped. I opened it slowly. Hey, can we talk tonight? That was it. But it didn't feel normal. It felt heavy. Like a warning. Like he knew something. Like somehow. He knew I had seen everything. I froze. Completely still. And then. Another message came in. Unknown number. My stomach dropped as I opened it. If you found the phone, don't say anything. You're not safe. My entire body went cold. Because now. This wasn't just about secrets anymore. This wasn't just about my marriage. This was bigger. Dangerous. And there was only one question left. Who sent that message? And how did they know?